Hi, welcome to Vancouver Television. I'm your host, Goldie Hoffman, along with Samuel Rion. We're here at the 3rd Annual International Naturally Autistic People Awards.
We will be covering some amazing talents here. We have some entrepreneurs, musicians, and we'll also even learn a bit about autism and some of its misconceptions and its labels. So make sure you stay tuned.
I'm here with Leo Gregory, who's organized this entire event. So why don't you start by telling us what that entails and what do you think about it so far?
Well, I think it's really great that for the third year this is our third year, that we actually have physically representation from 6 countries. There are 10 countries involved, but people actually made their way here from New Zealand and all over the United States. Actually, we've covered the whole of the United States, as well as Canada, of course, and England and Scotland and Romania, Germany, Israel, Australia and India are involved too, and India unfortunately couldn't get their visa through, so they couldn't attend. Australia unfortunately had a little mishap, so they've sent a fabulous message. But the event is going very, very well in terms of the international community. I'd like to see more of the local communities understand how much effort the international community has put into this for the past 3 years, and it continues to build. We have people all over the social networking now working on GoFundMe and Indiegogo.com projects to raise money for 2013. So it's really exciting that the international community is building. But we're really working hard to get the local community involved.
Now, when you say local community, do you mean both BC or Canada or both? This is something that you're saying we need to step it up.
Yes, I'm actually saying that we all need to step it up in our local communities here in British Columbia, as well as across Canada, because Canada, through this program that we've designed, the awards, the convention, the festival, it's really expanded this year, is a Canadian project. And we are demonstrating online through the social networking system that Canada is indeed a leader. But the people of Canada aren't showing that in attendance yet. But that will happen.
And do you mean in terms of the support you get with the organization, or even just in the amount of people coming?
Yes, I think it's both. It's we have huge international support. As I said, the funding that every recipient that has come today has been because of the international support. So I'd like to see a lot more local support and attendance. Absolutely, we're not getting the attention through media. Of course, we've got fantastic Vancouver Television, and we're so thrilled to be a part of your show.
We're honored to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so I think that's a great step in the right direction. I think what we're doing is a little edgy. It's a little different. People historically know about autism and special needs as something you don't talk about, you hide in the closet.
So you believe there's still very much work to be done with the stigma surrounding that label?
Absolutely. And I was told by a very well-known politician in British Columbia that you have to do it yourselves, basically. That's what I was told. It's got to come from the people themselves. So that's what we're doing.
Here now with Jeremy Bernstein of JJ Jewelers, and Jeremy here is a recipient of one of the awards. He's also here all the way from Los Angeles, California. Is that correct?
It's actually Silmar, California, right by Mission Hills, and for all the people out there, I it's really important. What made me mostly had me come to be so good and receive the award is because how many times will we have to see a kid who has an award?
Right, and you have an award.
Jewelry business.
You have a jewelry business, and actually, can you show me some of your jewelry? That's what we're going to do right now. Are you able to follow?
Amber.
Let's start again.
This is real amber. And this is very fancy. It's one of my high-end pieces. It goes with the double cut amber one magnet. That's what I'm not going to sell. because that was my favorite one.
Oh, and what other? You showed me another piece before. What is some of your favorite pieces? This colored necklace here.
This one, wait.
Here, we'll set it back there.
No, I got it. There.
So show
This is my favorite pieces.
And why is it your favorite? What do you like about it?
I like it because of all colors.
So you like color?
Yeah, I'm a very colorful person.
Me too. Usually I wear a lot of color, so I definitely also like this and consider this one of your favorite. I also really like this one. I'm going to show this.
Well, that one comes with these two. This, where do you went?
This one.
This one comes with these. So,
And you've made all of these yourself, correct?
not all of them. I have some markers, but most of my stuff has been also my art jewelry businesses, my art jewelry sales. But there's still a lot left that I still make.
Well, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you getting your award.
Thank you.
I'm here with Yvonne Mikolenchuk from the Asperger's Women's Association. So what brings you here to this event?
I was invited by ANCA to present for an award for one of the major workers in disability in Canada. And I'm with the Asperger Women's Association. And I recently, in 2012, I was voted Woman of the Year for the National Association of Professional Women with 400,000 members in the arts.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's good. All right, so I heard that you have a degree in theaters. Is that correct?
I have a bachelor's degree in theater, and I worked in theater for a while. I did a play at the Alley Theater in Houston. I have a MA and MFA in studio art and art history.
Okay. Perfect. So you were quite educated too. Now, there's a little secret that that the audience doesn't know about. So can you tell us the secret, or should we hold it till the end of the interview?
What do you feel?
I don't know. Okay, let's hit some more other points. Right. So, okay, so let's discuss what is autism exactly. I still am misguided.
A lot of people are confused, and the way I define it is there are two brain operating systems. To me, it's not a disability. People with autism have like a Mac operating system. People who we call neurotypicals who are not autistic have like a PC operating system. It's simply two different brain operating systems, that is all.
So it's just a simple label that people put on.
Right. People have had it since the beginning of time, and it's a matter of knowing how to raise these children because they're a minority, being on the autistic spectrum, and having parents to know how to parent them.
Okay. Now, what is Asperger's syndrome?
Asperger's syndrome is, like I said, a different brain makeup. And they have a list of traits that people with Asperger's have, things like lacking social skills, sensory issues, a preference for passion, not OCD, obsession, but passion. People confuse that. They'll say they have obsessions. They have passions, that they have a talent that people who are not autistic to focus and find things and patterns that other people cannot do. And they start very early in life. This is where you see them stacking blocks. Why? Why would a child be stacking blocks?
No idea.
Learning organization, patterns, physics, learning about gravity, geometry. They start that young, and the parents don't realize this. All they see is a child stacking blocks, but the child is teaching itself very advanced ideas very young.
So they're pretty much super geniuses, and
Some are. Some have. Some may have, like neurotypicals. Neurotypicals are people who are not on the spectrum. They may have mental retardation as a separate comorbid disorder. Some of them will be average to above average, And then you have the high functioning, and they are the ones that are very, very intelligent. Now, that's not to say like savants, like Rain Man and others. That is believed to be Aspie people who had some sort of brain damage, either in utero or birth, and it affected their autism to the point of an ultra degree, and they can only focus on that. But the regular autistic or high functioning or Asperger people will have a very high IQ. They do.
Hi, I'm here with one of this year's award recipients, and he's come all the way from Romania. Can you tell us about who you are and what brings you here?
Sunt Paul Cojucaru, sunt din România. Practic de peste 22 de ani artele marțiale. De 5 ani lucrez cu copiii cu autism. Sunt fondatorul terapiei 3C, conștientizare, coordonare, concentrare.
So my name is Paul Cojocaru, and for the last 22 years I have been doing martial arts, but for the last 5 years I've been working with children with autism, and I'm the founder of a new therapy 3C. Well, in English is 3ACC, yes, ACC, awareness.
Coordination, concentration.
You do speak English. I accused him of being modest earlier.
I'm not so good.
He's good, but
He's shy.
he's using his translator for his shyness. Can you tell us a bit about this therapy? What makes it different from what's already out there?
Față de ceea ce este afară, terapia mea recuperează psihomotor copiii cu autism nefuncțional sau cu autism slab funcțional.
So my therapy is different in the way that it treats children with autism, but with non-functional autism, or and it recovers them psychomotor, all the psychomotor functions.
So you can be recovered, you're saying. This is not necessarily a permanent condition.
We talk about recovery, not healing. This is what we do. And rezultatele sunt în procent de 100%.
The results are, 100% in what he's doing. So every kid, I'm just going to say it, but every kid that he treats, basically, it shows improvement.
I'm here with Elaine and Ron. Elaine is one of the judges today, so I heard you're going to be presenting an award.
Yes, it's an amazing event, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. It's an event that acknowledges and recognizes individuals who have done phenomenal things in their lives, and they happen to also have autism. And so I'm very honored tonight to be presenting an award to the top entrepreneur. And I guess it's because I'm an entrepreneur as well.
I heard you went on Dragon's Den, is that correct?
We did. We were on Dragon's Den last season, season 6, and it was very exciting. It's definitely not called the Nice People Show, but they were so nice to us. And we actually had all 5 dragons won in, and we had a bidding war. And we were able to choose 2 of the wonderful dragons to be our partners.
That's amazing. So when you went in front of the dragons, though, what was it like?
It was very crazy. We flew to Toronto. Okay. It's Easy Daisies is the name of my company and my product, and it's something we created off our kitchen table. And we still work there till about 3 a.m. most nights, but it's a visual routine calendar for children to help them have easier days and cooperate better. And I guess we are here because a lot of our customers as well are families with children with special needs, because children with autism, Asperger's, ADD, they all thrive with a visual routine. It helps them to feel less anxious and just cooperate more. And I'm not answering your question, but you asked us about going on Dragon's Den. Okay. We flew to Toronto, and the producer wanted the children to come. And so it was 6:30 in the morning when we taped, which was really 3:30 Vancouver time in the morning. And the children were wonderful, even though they had bronchitis. And our youngest threw up as soon as we got to the elevator.
So I'm assuming,
yes, no, that's okay.
I'm assuming she's one of your inspirations for this project.
Yes, but actually I was inspired by my classroom. I'm a school teacher, and I teach in Burnaby. And I had so many parents ask me to create a visual routine for their kids at home to help them get organized and just get out of the door faster in the morning or with their bedtime routines. And so I made them for free for 8 years, and I thought, if I've been making these for free for 8 years, there might be a product here. And so that's how Easy Daisies was kind of born. I launched my first product 2 days after she was born, though.
No way. We're here with Romella and Marcus from New Zealand. So Romella here is one of the judges for today's show.
Yes, that's correct, and we're also sponsors of this amazing event.
Okay.
We're from USANA Health Sciences, and we've come all the way from Auckland, New Zealand, because we're so proud of Leonora and Charlie for what they have put together here.
Perfect. So now, is there any projects that you're working with outside of the show, or?
Yes, we are concentrating on healthy nutrition for children, and our products are great for families. And that's one of the reasons why we are sponsoring this event.
Or it seems like there's quite a bit of talent in today's event. What are you expecting to see?
We're absolutely blown away with the talent that is being showcased here tonight. We had very little understanding about autism before we got involved with this organisation, and through Leonora and Charlie we have been exposed to some amazing young people, and just, you know, their abilities are fantastic, just really amazing.
I'm here now with Leslie Benise, and where are you from? I'll start by asking that.
Well, originally I was born in Canada, and I grew up in Israel as a child, and then I came back to Canada, and so now I live in Vancouver.
Wow, very international. I noticed various flags here. So tell us a bit about your booth and why you're here, more importantly.
Well, I am a member of the autism community. I have Asperger's syndrome, and I'm also a Mary Kay independent beauty consultant. And so as part of the Asperger's autism community, I wanted to use my Mary Kay business to support this event and the autism community as much as I can. And to date, I think I'm the only male consultant in the Lower Mainland, but I may be the only Asperger's consultant with Asperger's syndrome in Mary Kay. So,
and you said the president has shown interest because of that.
Well, he knows about me, certainly from my unit director, and Ray Patrick is the president of Mary Kay Canada, and I know he's definitely knows about me, and I'm sure he would love to see me become a sales director as well as my own unit director. She's really pushing me and motivating me to really be all that I can be. And certainly there's not that many male sales directors within Mary Kay, at least none in Canada, so it would be kind of neat to really shine before the crowd.
Absolutely. And can you tell me a bit, earlier you referred to yourself as Aspie, and you said that's a nickname those of the Asperger's community use. Can you tell us a bit about Asperger's and the whole autism spectrum?
Well, with the autism spectrum, many years ago, a lot of people thought autism was just a cookie cutter kind of disability where you either had it or you didn't. And now they realize the autism community is a very wide spectrum. You have some people who are very low functioning and require constant care, so sometimes for the rest of their life, all the way up to the other extreme of the spectrum where there's people who appear to be almost as normal as anybody, but sometimes they can almost be like what they call the geek syndrome, or just very awkward socially, and they have Asperger's, but sometimes very amazing abilities. You look at people like Bill Gates, Daryl Hannah, also former Vice President, President to wannabe Al Gore is believed to have Asperger's syndrome as well.
But these people haven't been necessarily diagnosed, but people believe they've had it? Or?
A lot of people believe they are, they are connected to the autism community. Bill Gates and Melinda Gates are both connected to the autism community. And then throughout history, there are many people that have classic symptoms of autism that people, what they know about today with Asperger's and autism, they would say this person has to be Asperger's, like Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, as well as Michelangelo. They couldn't be anything but Asperger's. So they now notice the spectrum is very wide. And so now that there's more people knowing about it and there's a greater acceptance as well as some very well-known personalities with it, sometimes we refer to ourselves as Aspies. And it's kind of cool to be part of the Aspie Club. I mean, even though we're kind of geeky, we're meeting a lot more girls who are interested. So it's kind of like how it's cool to be a geek. Sometimes it's cool to be an Aspie as well.
I'm here with Joel Anderson from the Autism Tree Foundation. So what brings you to the event?
I was the ambassador for this year's award ceremony. 2 years ago, I came here to receive my first First International Naturally Autistic People Award for community service.
Okay. So I hear you're very multi-talented. So you're a filmmaker as well?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so can you tell me about your film? So what type of film is it?
This is for the Anchor Awards ceremony, award ceremony for third annual ceremony.
Okay. I heard you're an artist as well. Is that correct?
Thank you.
Okay, so can you talk about some of the art you have here?
I drew on them from Flash. It's an art program. I also made paintings like these in the pictures. See them?
Yeah, they're amazing. So what are some of your inspirations here?
The history.
History. Okay, so history in terms of, in different cultures, I see.
All of everyone's history around the world.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much, Joel. I'm here with Joanne Laura from the Autism Movement Therapy. So what is Autism Movement Therapy exactly?
Movement and music program designed for individuals with special needs, and we work with repetition and sequencing and patterning for a whole brain thinking approach.
Okay, so is there a different process the way they think, or is there anything that I don't know much about autism myself?
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes we have challenges in the left side of the brain and sometimes in the right. And what we're doing is jump-starting the left and right hemispheres through the corpus callosum so that they can utilize all of the areas of the brain that they need for auditory, visual, and gross motor processing.
So how does dancing or the movement work to process that?
What we're doing is through sequencing and patterning and repetition, we jumpstart those areas. Speech and language lives in the left side of the brain, and that's a criteria for autism. So what we want to do is jumpstart that area through the corpus callosum on the left side of the brain, the two areas that are in control of speech, and pragmatics, or the ideas of thought and speech, and jumpstart those areas so that our kids are able to utilize that. What we're seeing with autism movement therapy is kids that don't talk are starting to talk.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. We're kicking in speech in a lot of our little tiny young ones. It's quite amazing.
It is quite amazing. So how'd you...
Wow, I've learned so much being here, not only about autism and just how broad the spectrum really is, but just how much these people can accomplish.
Yeah, autism really isn't a disability. It's just more of a label that society puts down. Because like we have met some amazing skilled people that who are entrepreneurs, musicians, artists. So yeah, but make sure that you follow us on TV Vancouver, on Facebook and Twitter. Anyway, signing out.